So through maintenance planner only we can download the target software files and target software files and XML file through maintenance planner. Hi Mujahid, good morning, how are you? So in maintenance planner, it will show you at the first time it will show you the system details. Select the system, and after that this verify should be green. After that you need to go to the plan. Okay, and here it will show you the current system details, which version, which product version, which which patch level. So it will show you the current system details, and right side it will ask you want to do any add-ons, or if you want to do an ESP upgrade, or you want to do a network upgrade. Okay, based on your requirement you need to select the option. You need to select the options. If you want to do any add-ons installations, then you select the add-ons. You want to do the enhancement package upgrade, then select enhancement package. You want to do NetWeaver upgrade, then you need to select the NetWeaver upgrade. Based on the selection, it will show you the versions. For example, if I selected SAP NetWeaver upgrade, then it will show you NetWeaver 7.4, 7.5. Okay, if my target is 7.4, if I selected 7.4, then in NetWeaver 7.4, the patch level, it will show you the latest patch level. What is the latest patch level is available? Here it is showing 15 and 16. Means NetWeaver 7.4, the latest patch level is 16. Based on your requirement, you need to select whether you want to go to the patch level 16 or 15. Select the patch level also. Okay, if I selected enhancement package, for example, then it will show you the enhancement package version, which version I need to upgrade, ESP 6.0 or ESP 7 or ESP 8. If I selected ESP 7, if my target is ESP 7, then in ESP 7, what is the patch level, latest patch level is available in marketplace? It will show you the patch level information. Here it is showing 11, 12 and 13. Means 13 is the latest patch level. Latest patch level. So based on your requirement, select the patch level also. Once you selected, okay, then click on next. This one, click on next. Once you click on next, it will show you the target system, target software details. Okay. In target software details, it will show you the components. What are the components are installing? Okay. First of all, you need in this component, check with your source system details. Okay, and select the components. And see here, my database is MS SQL. So I have selected MS SQL. In this MS SQL, the kernel is going to upgrade 745 and 749. Which kernel upgrade you required? Which version you required? You want a latest version 749, or you want 742, or you want 745? Okay. Select the required target kernel version. If I require 745, then I need to select 745. And also here you need to select whether it is a Unicode or non-Unicode. Which one? First you need to check the source system. The source system kernel is Unicode or non-Unicode. How I can cross check? How I can check whether my system is a Unicode or non-Unicode? How I can know whether my system is Unicode system or non-Unicode system?
In system status.
Yeah. In system status, you can identify whether your system is a Unicode or non-Unicode system. Based on that, select the kernel, okay, and host agent also. Where I can take the host agent? In go to C drive, program files, SAP host control, okay. In that host control, exe folder will be there. In that exe folder, SAP host control exe file will be there. SAP host control.exe exec file. Okay, see that properties of that file. In details, you can see the version of that host agent, whether it is 720 or 721 or 720, which one? Okay, so select the host control and SAP IGS and sum. These are details of OSDB files. Okay, these files you need to select. What is the files you need to select? Kernel, host agent, IGS, and sum. See here, this is sum tool, software update manager, sum 1.0. Through sum tool only we are doing upgrade, right? So we need to select the sum tool also. Okay, these are the OSDB files. See here, once you selected, if you expand again, host agent, it will show you it is going to update 721 and what is the patch level? 23. Host agent version is 721 and patch level is 23. Okay, and SAP IGS also 745 version. Kernel 745 bit Unicode, 745 Unicode, and 301 is the patch level. Okay, and sum tool. If you expand the sum tool, then sum version is 1.0 and SPS 18 means sum version is 18, patch level 18. Now latest is 20. Okay, and next it will show you the components list, the total components. Means in your development system, for example, this is the development system. In development system, how many components are there? What are the components are there? All the components information will be show you here. Expand all the components list. Expand all the component list and see which component is upgrading to which version and which patch level. For example, eRecruit. eRecruit is one of the component has been installed in my DEV system. This eRecruit component version is 617 and it is going to update the patch level 10 and 11. Means the latest patch level it is updating up to 11. Okay. So in your system, source system, the eRecruit, the version is 617 and the current patch level is 9. That's why it is upgrading to 10 patch level and after that 11. Okay. So expand all the components. Check all the components are tick mark or not. If it is not, you need to tick the components. If the component is exists in your system, if you required to upgrade that component in your system or not. If required, then you need to tick the component. Okay. Once you selected, then it will show you this screen. Here we have options like download XML and push download basket. Push to download basket means what are the components are you have selected. So those will be sent to the download manager. Through download manager, I can download all these components, all these softwares. Okay, and download stack XML. Download stack XML means from the starting onwards. Okay, how many components you have selected and what is the source components list. So everything, every component information will be written into the one file. Okay. So whenever we are doing upgrade through some tool, it will ask you that file name. The file name is XML file name, .xml file name. Okay. So in that XML file name, it contains the source system details as well as the target system details. Okay. So based on the XML only, it will do a upgrade. If your XML file is corrupted, then you cannot do a upgrade. Okay. So download this XML file. One XML file will be generated, and that file we need to download. And if I want to see that XML file, what it contains, what it has been written, if I want to see that XML file, then one small software you need to install. The small software name is Notepad++. Notepad++, this is a small application software. This software you can download it from Google and you can install it, Notepad++, and open your XML file with Notepad++. Okay, then it will show you like this. See here, it will show you like this. Here, what it contains, this is my XML file. This is my XML file. Here, what it contains? The source system component information, target system component information, patch levels, versions, all the information, SID, host name, all this information will be displayed here. Okay. Now, what are the components I have here? Push to download basket. All these components I can see in a download manager. This is my download manager. Okay. See here, download not started, not started, not started. Select all the components and download it. Okay. So now I have downloaded the XML file, I have downloaded the software, I have downloaded the sum tool, everything is ready. I have done a pre-steps also. Now I am ready to start my sum tool. Okay. So before starting sum tool upgrade, what the pre-step we need to do is a major pre-step is take a current system backup. Take current system backup. This is a major step. Current system backup, we need to take it. Then once we have taken a current system backup, then you can start your sum. The sum file also like this. See, SPS 18, right? We have downloaded. This is the naming convention of my sum file, and it is a SAR file. Okay. So what you need to do is create a folder. Okay, create one folder like any folder, software dump, software or something. Okay, software dump, you can store all your softwares and create one more folder for sum. Create one folder for sum, and in that folder save sum file, the SAR file, and SAP car exe also. SAP car exe, what is the use of SAP car exe? Using this file only I can uncar the SAR files, right? So go to that sum folder and here execute means uncar the sum file. How I can uncar? SAP car.exe -xvf the sum file name .sar file. Okay. Then 16795 files are extracted. Okay, these many files are extracted. Now my sum file has been extracted. Now I want to start my sum tool. I want to start my sum tool. How I can start my sum tool? So whenever you have extracted, okay, it will create sum folder. It will create a sum folder. In that sum folder, all the files will be extracted here. Okay, So go to some directory. First of all, one folder has been created, right, at the time of uncar. So that folder name is some folder. Go to that folder, go to some folder. Now you need to start some tool. To start the sum tool, the command is startup.bat space config host agent space JVM6. Got it? This is the command to start my sum tool. Startup.batch file config host agent JVM6. Okay, whenever you have executed this command, now it will show you some URLs. Show you the URLs. Here, after executing this command, in the same screen, same session, same screen, it will show you URLs. The URLs like ABAP will have one URL. Java, it will show you one URL. Dual, it will show you one URL. Okay. So based on your system stack, whether your development system is a standalone ABAP stack or standalone Java stack or it is a dual stack. Okay, based on your current system stack, you need to select the URL. For example, if my development system is a standalone ABAP stack, then I can select this URL. This URL I need to select. Okay, select the URL and execute that URL in a browser. In one browser. See, this is the URL. It will show you here host name 1128. This is the URL name, some ABAP. Okay, SLU GUI. So this is the URL it will show you here. Whenever you start this command, whenever you executed this command, in the same screen, in the same screen, it will show you this URL. Based on your stack, based on your current system stack, whether it is ABAP stack, then select ABAP URL. Whether it is a standalone Java stack, then select standalone Java stack URL. Whether it is a dual stack, then select the dual stack URL. And select the URL, copy the URL and call the URL from the web browser. Once you call the URL from the web browser, then it will ask you the credentials to log into the sum tool. The credentials are, you need to provide SID ADM credentials. The development system, SID ADM user ID and the password you need to provide. Okay, once you have given SID ADM username and password, then it will start sum tool and it will ask you XML file. It will ask you the XML file. I have downloaded the XML file, right? And I have placed into some other location, whether it may be in a software location or any other location. Okay, so select the entire path. Select the entire where you have saved that entire location path, including the file name also. The file name, see here, mp_stack_ some numbers .xml also is there, right? So select the full file name and full path location. It will ask you the XML file. Once you provided the XML file, what will happen is my sum tool will read that XML file and it can understand, okay, my source system component details are this one and I want to go to the target system component details are this one. So I want to go to the target system details. So based on the XML, my sum tool, it will read what I need to do. Okay, my sum tool don't know what I need to do, right? So my sum tool, what will happen is it will read the XML file. That's why I told you the XML file is very, very important. To generate XML file, it should be correct method. You need to generate the XML file in correct method. Okay, if your XML file has been not generated successfully, not generated correctly, then your upgrade will not started. Okay, so it will read the XML file and it will start the phases. Next, it will start it. Okay, now in sum tool, what are the phases are there? The phases are extraction phase, configuration phase, checks phase, pre-processing phase, execution phase, and post-processing. These are the 6 phases are there. Okay, my sum tool will do my upgrade in 6 phases. What are the phases are there in sum tool? This is one of the interview question. What are the phases are there in sum tool? The phases are extraction, configuration, checks, pre-processing, execution, and post-processing. Now we are in extraction phase. So see and understand and remember in each and every phase what's happening, what it is asking, and what it is doing in each and every phase. First of all, we are in extraction phase. In extraction phase, what it is asking? It is asking me 000 client DDIC password. After that, SAP service SID password. SAP service SID password it is asking me, and 000 client DDIC password it is asking me. Okay, and once you have given the system, it will check the spam version, whether the spam version is sufficient or not. Okay, if it is not sufficient to do a upgrade, ESP upgrade, then it will show you this message. Spam version is 61, is too low. You can continue when you provide a latest spam version 62 in the directory SAP MNT Trans EPS in folder. Okay, and what you need to do? You need to go to Service Marketplace, download the spam. See here, current 61 is there, spam version. Okay, for example, spam version is 740. In 740, the patch level is 61. The spam version is 61. Okay, that is very low. So what it is saying is, boss, you need to update your spam. Okay, so what you need to do, go to Service Marketplace, spam version, 740 version. In 740 version, which patch level is there, latest. If it is latest is 63, then you can select, you can download 62 or 63, anything. Okay, so download that spam version 74063, that SAR file. Okay, anchor it and place it into this folder, EPS in folder. Okay, once you placed in EPS in folder, then click here, search for spam version from this location. Select this option and click next. What will happen? It will check spam version, means if there is a new spam version is available or not in this location, SAP MNT Trans EPS in folder. If it is find out, then again it will show you this screen, and here it will ask you, shall I import the spam version 63? Okay, so if you selected this, next time you need to select this option, import spam version 63, and click on next. Then what will happen? My sum tool will import spam version. Spam version will be upgraded. My sum tool itself, it will do a spam update. Okay. Once spam upgrade has been completed, okay, then you can log into the system. You can check the spam version. Go to spam T code, then you can see 740 and the patch level is 63. Okay. And next it will show you no migration, SAP HANA, SAP ASC. Is there any target database migration? Whether we are doing any migration? No, we are not doing any migrations. Only we are doing a ESP upgrade, right? So select the no migration option. Now, what it is showing is there are open actions in transaction SPTD SPAU, okay, from previous upgrade, former upgrade or support package implementations. How many objects are there? Number of obsolete and non-adjusted nodes are 1. Obsolete and non-adjusted nodes is 1. Okay. It will show you the what are the open objects are there in SPTD SPAU in the previous upgrade. Okay, I will tell you what is meant by SPTD SPAU in the next screens. So it is showing that, and click on next. Now here see, I means what? I means information. Okay, if it is saying, if it is showing any information, then okay, no problem. If it is any errors, then it will show you the errors here. Okay, then click on next. Now see, extraction phase, we are in checks.log. In extraction phase, where we are in checks.log phase, right? So in checks.log means extraction has been completed, means this phase has been completed. Checks.log, if every phase, configuration phase, checks phase, pre-processing phase, we have a every phase completion, we will receive this information, checks.log. Okay, in every phase, the ending of every phase, it will show you checks.log file. Okay, what it means, checks.log file, if you click next here, then what will happen is extraction phase which will be completed. Okay, extraction phase will be completed and you can go to the next phase, configuration phase. See here, it is showing checks.log, right? If I click next, then what will happen is it will go to the configuration phase. Okay, in configuration phase, it will ask you which model you want to do an upgrade, which mode you want to do upgrade. You want to select a single system, you want to select a standard mode, you want to select advanced mode. In which mode, this is also one of the interview questions. In which mode you want to do a system upgrade? What are the modes are there? Single system, standard and advanced. Single system, standard and advanced, right? Single system, standard and advanced. So these three are very important. Single system means what? I will tell you the difference. So this is my dev system. Okay. If you selected single system, what it is showing? Longer downtime, no shadow instance running exclusively. Single system means this system is going to upgrade. Okay. For example, this is ESP1. It is going to upgrade to ESP3. Okay. So in this system, we have instance number 00, for example. Okay. Now this system contains ESP1, right? So in this system, see, if you whenever you select a single system, in this system only it will upgrade ESP1 to ESP3. It will upgrade EHP1 to EHP3 in the same system. Okay. For this, longer downtime. Longer downtime means what? Upgrade time. Longer downtime. Downtime will be bit longer. Longer means what? It will take a long time to downtime phase. Downtime phase means what? Actual upgrade EHP1 to EHP3. Actual upgrade, it will start in a downtime phase. The downtime phase, it will take a more time in a single system mode. If you selected standard, what it is saying? Standard configuration, moderate resource assignment. Right? If you selected standard, for example, this is my dev system. Okay. Now I have selected which mode? Standard mode. Then what will happen is, whenever I executed some tool, okay, here my instance number 00, central instance and central services instance 01. Okay. What will happen is, in the same system, it will create one more instance. Okay. For example, 04. It will create one more instance where in configuration phase, checks phase, pre-processing phase, okay, it will create one instance. Okay. In this instance, upgrade will be happen like EHP1 to EHP3. Okay, EHP1 to EHP3. The upgrade will be happen. Okay, whenever it reaches in the downtime phase, what will happen is, the upgrade has been happened in the 04 instance, right? So this upgraded instance will be switched to original instance. It will switch to original instance. After switch, it will remove this instance. My sum tool will remove this instance. Okay. So this instance, newly created instance, the naming conversion is shadow instance. Okay. This 04 instance, we call it as a shadow instance. Not only 04, it will create any instance number. Got it? In standard mode. Advanced mode also same concept. It will create a shadow instance. First of all, in shadow instance, it will do an upgrade, and next it will switch to shadow instance, will be switched to shadow instance to original instance. It will switch. Okay. Once the switch has been completed, then my sum tool will. Sorry.
What stage it will switch to original client instance?
Your voice is breaking.
At what stage it will switch to 01 or 00 instance?
In what phase?
Yeah. It
Your
will
voice is
switch from shadow. In what stage it will switch from shadow to normal instance?
in downtime phase. Downtime phase means where we have a downtime phase here. Here at the end of pre-processing, okay, at the starting of execution phase, my downtime phase will be started here. Here, what will happen is, it will switch it to original instance. Shadow instance will be switched to original instance. Once the downtime has been completed, it will clean up the shadow instance. There is no use, right? The shadow instance will be clean up. Who will do the cleanup? My sum tool only will do the cleanup. Okay. So same method will be done in a advanced mode also. Then what is the difference between standard and advanced? The difference is in advanced mode, the downtime will be a minimized and higher complexity and higher resource assignments. Means the difference between standard mode and advanced mode is in advanced mode, downtime it will take a less time, downtime minimization, and it will take maximum resources will be used for the system. CPU, RAM, work processors, all the resources, max resources it will be used in standard mode. In advanced mode. Okay. As per SAP suggestion, as per SAP guide, SAP suggestion, SAP always said go for standard mode only. Go for a standard mode. But in a real-time scenario, you need to take a confirmation from your client. Shall I go for single system mode? Shall I go for a standard mode, or shall I go for advanced mode? You need to take a confirmation from the client, because some of the clients they require a single system. Some of the clients they require standard. Some of the clients they require advanced. Okay. So based on your client requirement, you need to select the mode. Single system, standard mode, and advanced mode. So these are no need to select anything. Okay, select the mode and click on next. What we discussed, okay, I have written here till now. And now it is asking me the parallel processes. Okay, to upgrade, what are the parallel processes are there? ABAP processes time, uptime and downtime, SQL process, uptime and downtime, R3 trans processes, uptime and downtime, R3 load processes, uptime and downtime. Here, it will show you, whenever I have executed some tool, the sum tool will calculate my system. Based on that, it will take some parallel processes. Okay, by default it will take some number of parallel processes. Okay, so you need to increase these parallel processes. How we can increase these parallel processes? First of all, check how much RAM is there, how many CPUs are there, and the major thing is how many types of work processes are there. Types of means how many dialog work processes are there and how many background work processes are there. Okay, based on that you can select the parallel process here. ABAP process uptime, if you have a 10 to 15 dialog process, then you can give 9 or 10 something. Okay, and if you have 10 to 15 background process, then you can give either 10 or 9 or 10 or 11 here. Okay, and 950, 950, 950, same we can go ahead with the same numbers. Okay, for ABAP process, SQL process, and R3 trans. Okay, R3 load it has been taken automatically 2040. Okay, so these parallel processes it will help you to do your upgrade as early as possible. Okay, by default my sum tool already calculate with my system and it will show you the number of parallel process. Okay, apart from that, if you require to increase the parallel process, check your system first, how many dialog processes are there, how many background processes are there, how many CPUs are there, how much RAM is there. Okay, based on that, increase the parallel process here. Okay, in the next screen, see here this option. Do not start ABAP load generation during the upgrade. What is meant by ABAP load generation? ABAP load generation. It is nothing but a SGen. SGen. Do not start SGen during the upgrade. Generate SGen during the upgrade. Generate SGen during uptime and start synchronously in post downtime. See here. My intention is at the time of upgrade, I don't want to run any SGen through my sum tool. Okay, I want to execute my SGen after upgrade. I will execute manually. I will execute by myself. Okay, so that's why I have selected do not start ABAP load generator during the upgrade. So during upgrade time, I don't want to run any SGen. My intention is I will run SGen after upgrade only. So that's why I have selected this option. Do not start any load generating, means any SGen during the upgrade. Okay. If you want, then you can select here generate ABAP loads on shadow instance during the upgrade time. Okay, in shadow instance, do you want to run SGen or not? If required, you can select the second option and you can change the SGen parallel process. By default, it has taken 3. You can change it to 5 or 6 parallel process. Okay. For the second option, if you have selected first option, not required here. SGen processes are not required. Why? Because I'm not at all starting any SGen during the upgrade time, right? Now see here, if it is I, information is okay. If it is red, some errors are there. What is the error? Missing SAP nodes for tools. Means it is showing some SAP nodes are missing here. You need to apply these SAP nodes. My sum tool has, it is reading the system details information based on the XML file and it is executing all the phases one by one. Okay. Now we are in a which phase? Configuration phase, right? In configuration phase, it is showing you need to apply some missing SAP nodes. So what you need to do? If your system is connected through Service Marketplace, then go to S node and download the S node and apply the S nodes. What are the missing SAP nodes? It has been shown. All the SAP nodes you can implement it one by one using S node T code. Okay. After applying these S nodes, then it will ask you to create a transport request. Okay. You can create one transport request. In that transport request, save all these SAP node implementations. Okay. What are the missing SAP nodes are there? We need to apply those SAP nodes using S node transaction. Once this is done, then it will show you, it will ask you this screen. What is this screen? SPDD transport request, SPAU transport request. I will tell you in the next screens what it contains, SPDD, SPAU. Okay, now it is saying, is there any SPDD related transport request is there? Is there any SPAU related transport request are there? No, not at all. Why? Because we are doing a upgrade and we are not perform any SPDD, SPAU actions as of now. Those actions will be performed in the upcoming phases. In next phases we will perform. Okay, then only we can create a transport request over there. Okay, so here whenever we are doing first time, we don't have any SPDD, SPAU transport request. Okay, go to next. Now it is showing the target components information, release information, and support package level information. Okay. Now see here, I have selected a standard mode, right? Now it is showing ABAP shadow instance is 04 and shadow DB user password. You can give any passwords, any password. What it is saying is, I have selected standard mode, right? So my sum tool is going to create one more instance, right? One more instance, the instance number it is saying 04. The instance name we call it as a shadow instance. Okay. We need to remember this instance number. Why? Because there is one phase where we need to log into the shadow instance also. We need to log into the shadow instance, okay, with same user ID passwords of my original instance. In original instance 000 client, what are the passwords, usernames are there? Those your same username passwords I can use it in a shadow instance also. Okay. Now, hmm. Now what it is saying is, if you have run the procedure before an identical environment, you can use the profile generated therefore of the shadow instance. If you want to use this feature, make sure these profiles are located in the same subdirectory. Do you want to use the profiles or not? Okay, no. Means for shadow instance also, is there any profiles I need to create? I need to use it or not? No need to create any profiles. We are not required anything. Okay. Select no and go for a next screen. Now checks.log. Checks.log means we are ending with the configuration phase. Correct? So go to next. Now it is going to the checks phase. Okay. In checks phase also, it has been completed checks phase. It will check everything is perfect or not. Means our current source system component versions and target system component versions, everything is perfect or not. It will check. Okay. And here it has shown checks.log. Means what it means checks.log. We are ending with the checks phase, right? And if you click here, then it is entering into the pre-processing phase. In pre-processing phase, it is showing lock now. What is meant by lock now? The development environment has been locked now. Means whenever we reach this phase, we need to inform to the client we have reached, okay, lock now phase. Means what it will happen? Your development will be locked here. Developments will be locked here. What is meant by developments? Means you cannot do any objects modifications, okay, after this phase, because the system objects will be locked for upgrade purpose. So that's why we need to take a confirmation from the client, shall I go for this lock now phase or not? Okay. Once we click lock now, then next, then what will happen? The development will be stopped in my system, whether it may be dev system or quality or production, any system. Okay. In quality and production, there is no developments. Okay. Because the system will be closed and the client will be closed, right? System settings will be closed and client settings also will be closed. So in quality and production, there is no any developments will be happen. Only development server, only in development server only the developments will be happen. Correct? So inform to the client and go to the next phase. Here see, locked SAP objects found on repair transports. Means these transport requests are still open in my system. Open means what? These transport requests are not released. So that's why it is calling as open objects are locked. Okay. So what you need to do? You need to release these transport requests into the system. Okay. Who are the owner of the transport request? We need to inform to the owner of that transport request. Was so and so activity we are performing and we received some open objects are there in this transport request. Okay. Can you release this transport request? Then what will happen? The user can release the transport request. Or if you want, you also can log into the system, and you can also release this transport request. Okay. Once done, now pre-processing phase has been executed. It has been entered and it has been executed in pre-processing phase. In pre-processing phase, it is showing, see here, SPDD activities we need to perform. There are 18 modified objects are there. Okay, you need to adjust and you need to go for further steps, right? So for this, what it is saying is log on to the shadow instance with DDIC in client 000. Okay, log on to the shadow instance. What is the shadow instance number? Shadow instance number is 04, right? Shadow instance number is 04. So you need to create one entry with 04 shadow instance number in your SAP logon pad. Because in my SAP logon pad, I have a original instance details, right? 00. I don't have a shadow instance details, correct? If I want to log into the shadow instance, first of all, I need to create one entry into my SAP logon pad with shadow instance number 04. Then using that shadow instance entry, double click on that, I can connect to the shadow instance 04. So use 000 client DDIC password and open your system settings in SE06. In SE06, system change settings should be open. Okay, and now go to SPDD transaction and you can perform the SPDD activities. Okay, this SPDD SPAU activities who will perform means our developer will perform SPDD and SPAU activities. SPDD SPAU activities are nothing but data dictionary objects. Okay, like what are the objects? Open objects are there, modified objects are there. Okay, so those objects, shall I go to upgrade or not? Shall I keep same objects, changed objects? Shall I keep same objects at the time of upgrade or not? Okay, so these actions is nothing but a SPDD SPAU activities. So SPDD SPAU activities will be performed by developer only. It's not a basis responsibility. SPDD SPAU activities. Okay, so this is a major one. SPDD SPAU. In the interview, it will ask you what is the difference between SPDD and SPAU, and when SPDD phase will come in pre-processing phase. When SPDD phase will come in pre-processing phase. Okay, and we will continue the remaining steps from SPDD phase. Remember here SPDD phase. Okay, tomorrow we have one more class it will take to complete the sum tool. Okay, we will continue tomorrow the remaining steps. It will take one more class. Got it?
Yeah. And I asked you something in last class.
Yeah, actually yesterday I don't get any time. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss Bala. After
Or else
completing something.
I will call you in today afternoon.
Yeah, today after lunch, call me or ping me in group. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, sure then.
And one more thing.
Tell me.
If you are planning for Solomon 7.1 to 7.2.
Come again. Your voice is breaking, Bala. Actually.
Solution manager, my current version is 7.1. Yes.
Solution Manager 7.1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Current version. And we are planning for 7.2 upgrade.
Okay. Okay.
So the required system requirements means hardware requirements. Is there any SAP note available in marketplace or we need to pick sizes?
You are talking only hardware related?
Yeah, hardware related.
For hardware related 7.1 to 7.2, definitely there might be a one SAP note will be there, but I need to check the SAP note. Only hardware related only you require, right?
Yeah, but technically I got the document, technical guide.
Typical guide.
Technical related guide, I got it in SAP
Okay.
marketplace.
Okay.
But the hardware related document, I am trying to get that.
Okay. Okay. I will check that note and I will let you know. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Only hardware related sizing information only you require, correct?
Yes, yes. System requirement.
In the same system, if I go to the upgrade Solution Manager 7.1 to 7.2, so current hardware is supported or not? That's it,
Yes, yes,
correct?
yes, yes.
Yeah, I will check and I will let you know.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll meet at the same time. Okay.